This company turned a $200K account into a $1 million account in just 1 week.
Oh,
And today I
wow.
had a chance to sit down with the CEO and host an AMA session. And I believe some of the information that he shared shows why this company could be a long-term player in this space. Now on this channel, I share my participation in the cryptocurrency space. I show you guys what's working and what's not. So if that's something that you're interested in, then I want you to go ahead and lock in with me. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I drop a new crypto review or tutorial. All right, guys, let's jump into this AMA session already in progress. This is David Brown. I've had a chance to be in some chats with you, communicate with you a little bit, but if you could just go ahead and introduce yourself to the community and just tell us something that you are passionate about with this project.
100%. I am very happy to be here, first and foremost. So, for everyone who doesn't know who I am, my name is David Brown. I would assume a lot of people wouldn't know who I am. But yeah, I've been in the crypto space for several years, along with my team. We've built VexoTrade. And yeah, slowly and steadily, we're getting somewhere. We're just 3 weeks in the market, and we've seen some great activity with our community. And we're very happy to continue growing and continue helping others achieve passive income independency.
That's awesome. One of my passions is passive income. I think most people don't have enough passive income in their life. And I believe that cryptocurrency and platforms like VexoTrade is really giving us the opportunity to do that. Now, I'm going to ask you really quick to tell us a little bit about the foundation and the vision of the company. What inspired you to create VexoTrade? And what problem do you see this platform solving in this space right now?
Right. So I would say the problem that we're really trying to solve is emotional trading. So if you have been in the crypto space for a while, you do know that, there are people that do lose a lot due to their emotions. They see a certain wave of activity in a certain coin or any type of a trading platform, and they get scared. They may get a little bit overwhelmed with what's happening, and this is how they kind of like make mistakes. You never know when something can grow. You never know when something can go down. But at the same time, the moment you decide to pull out is the moment that either you may win, either you may lose. So it's like almost a 50-50% chance. So what we saw through our own experience with crypto, we really saw that there is a potential in certain strategy that could help us practically achieve financial independence at some point. Um, but the problem was that human emotions were the blockade, let's say. We weren't able to utilize the full potential of the strategy with human emotions. So this is where we start to consider building something different. And this is what the team is built of, people who are traders, people who are developers, who have some financial advisors, we have some social media marketers. Everyone has been out there and has done something different with their life, but all of us had an idea about financial independency. But at the same time, we were definitely looking into a more secure way. And it may sound funny to some people using security and crypto at the same time, in the same sentence. But to me, after years of experience and a lot and lot of mistakes, I really do believe that crypto is the one thing that will stay stable for the future.
I actually like that perspective. That's really cool that some people, like you said, would never combine security and crypto in the same sentence. But you're saying right now that crypto is going to be one of the things that will provide some type of stability in the future. And I like that perspective. I like contrarian perspective to a lot of the things that are out there. And let me ask you a question with this. So what do you think, and you shedded a little light on it right then, but what do you think is going to make VexoTrade stand out from a lot of the other crypto platforms that are out there right now?
I think a lot of people maybe are a little confused of what VexoTrade is. Um, so if you compare it to some other similar companies out there, they're practically using bots, and a bot and an AI are two very almost completely different things. So a bot can use almost a flowchart based algorithm to follow along and just use that to the little point. But AI does data driven decisions. They lack emotions, and the only thing they're capable of doing is really just continue utilizing the data that you feed it to in order for it to continuously improve, and it improves by continuously working, by continuously utilizing the algorithms you've rolled into it in order for you to kind of like make it work the way you want it to work. And it learns from that and continues improving and continues to get better. And this is exactly why the more data you feed to the AI, the better it's going to get. And of course, I'm not saying that I don't want to sound like I'm really trying to um, put some other projects down, but in regards to that, our algorithms are one of the most up to date, and whatever I've seen so far, people are really using outdated algorithms that really can decrease performance of the AI, which is one of the things that you don't want to, because the moment you have an outdated algorithm, you have a hole into your source code, and that can potentially really burn you in the long run. So this is exactly why we have a dedicated team that is constantly on top of the AI and is monitoring its performance.
Awesome. And I believe that's a great approach. I always say that AI is incredible, but it's when you combine AI with an artificial intelligence with human intelligence as well to guide it, that's what really helps it achieve what we want it to achieve and learn more continuously. And I really like that fact that you are implementing that with the technology behind this platform. And I'm glad you actually went into that because when I looked at the platform, one of the things I looked at is that you had a great trading strategy and you talked about Bitcoin dominance based altcoin trading, right? And I haven't seen a platform that really said it was focusing on that. So I don't know if you could dive into a little bit into that and tell us how does that work? How does the Bitcoin dominance altcoin trading work, and why it's so successful with VexoTrade?
Yeah, it's a mouthful. I know.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful. But yeah, it's I've talked about it, and I hope people who have heard me before don't get too annoyed with me utilizing the same idea. But yeah, let's imagine that the whole crypto market is one big pizza, and then one of the slices is a Bitcoin, and the rest of the slices are altcoins. So whenever the BTC dominance rises, we know that the piece of the Bitcoin is going to increase. But as you understand, whenever a piece increases, all the other pieces that want to stay in the pizza, they have to decrease, they have to shrink. So this is exactly how the strategy works. Whenever the BTC dominance rises, you invest into Bitcoin. Whenever the BTC dominance falls, you invest into altcoins, because you know that the moment the BTC dominance falls down, the piece of the Bitcoin is going to shrink, allowing altcoins to kind of like start expanding. And this is when you want to start performing there. This is the type of idea I want to give of what BTC dominance is. It may sound simple in the way I'm telling it right now, but in regards to like how the overall strategy works, it does take time, effort, and precision in order for you to really utilize it to its full potential. So I would definitely say that it's something that takes time and effort, but it's definitely something that can be well utilized in the right hands.
That's awesome, and I'm glad you explained it. And I watched the videos in which you explained it as well. And but I wanted everybody to hear your explanation because I love that. Even though, like you said, it sounds simple, but it's something that is more complex than it sounds, right? Because I can imagine it's a lot of data that goes into that to really determine what moves you're going to make and what trades you're going to take. And that leads me to asking the question. Now, are you with the trades, is it only using like centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, that type of thing? I know I've been involved in platforms where they say they're only doing trades on DEX, decentralized exchanges, and then going through centralized exchange. Or is do you have something totally different, a different strategy that you're using?
No, currently we are utilizing simply DEX because it's better liquidity and better execution speed. But in the future, we're definitely working towards adding more integration, especially into the roadmap.
Awesome, awesome. That is good. Now I'm gonna jump really quick into some of the platform performance and things because I love the way it's performing since I've been in there. Um, I've seen that we could get up to 2% daily for 50 days, right? That's, I know it's
Mhm.
various plans, but up to 2% daily for 50 days. A lot of people are going to ask because that's incredible. I'm not turning it down at all, but a lot of people are going to ask, how is this sustainable for the platform? From what you've seen from the performance of the AI, from the trading and everything, is this completely sustainable for a long period of time?
100%. So far, we haven't yet had a losing month, which is something that we're very, very proud of. We're continuously trying to allow people to see what we're making, and we're proud of how our AI is performing. It's not a type of a flex. We're just trying to showcase what the AI is capable of doing, and 100% we would not go over um, throwing ourselves into the river by bringing much higher percentage that maybe the AI isn't capable of achieving. So we're really trying to stay in that zone where the AI is capable of performing, and those 2% are really something that we can utilize, and so far, so good. We have been able to sustain that, no problem. Um, and yeah, exactly this. It's something that does take a lot of time and effort, but piece by piece, we're making everything work. And we're really proud how our AI has been performing for the past couple of weeks. We really outdid ourselves because we're very proud of the achievements of the AI, and we haven't had an issue with the delivery of the 2% so far. So I do believe that this is 100% sustainable, self-sustainable type of a project because I've been mentioning that our AI doesn't only utilize investors' deposits because this is one of the biggest problems that other projects have. Is the moment they start to utilize only the investors and referrals amounts into the system in order for them to pay the percentage that they promise, is the moment that the project starts to die out because it doesn't have a constantly rotating money. It just utilizes the same thing over and over. Get something, pay something, get something, pay something. And that's how it's not scalable. The project would definitely not grow, and it would just die out at some point. And this is exactly why, when we started with VexoTrade, we utilized our own funds in order for it to sustain that amount. So there is an X amount that it trades with, which is our amount that we've invested into the AI, and it continues to improve that AI. So those money continue to move around and continue to grow. And as they grow, we're able to pay salaries, we're able to pay for everything that we need in regards to that. And whenever an investor brings in something, we always have an X amount liquidated, ready to be transferred to them for their percentage that they have invested. We have really tried to secure those as much as possible, so there's no issue with liquidation of the deposits.
That's awesome. And I'm glad you had the forethought to think of that, right? Going into the platform and that you actually use your own funds into this. This just really gives us more confidence as we go in and we participate with this platform. Now, I do want to highlight, I did see the video in the back office is even on the front page, I believe, of turning, I believe it was 2 million to over $8 million. And what really was striking for me was that it was in 28 days, I think it was. That is incredible. I mean, just to see that that can happen. Do you have any other success stories? Because I think one of the things we need to put out is like, a lot of different success stories on what's happening with the trading throughout the platform, throughout the groups and things like that. Is that becoming like a normal type of performance that you're seeing with the platform, or is that just one of the highlights that you put out there?
That particular one, I would say, is really one of our greatest achievements so far with the AI. But just last week, we managed to turn a 200K account into 1 mil, and in just 1 week, we posted the results. And it's really incredible of what we managed to achieve. It was due to the new tariff announcements Trump made. Those really helped us understand where the market is going to head into, and our AI shortened a couple of trades, and we really, managed to profit out of that. But yeah, the moment it shortened everything, we saw the drop down of Bitcoin to 74K. It turned straight around, longed everything, and we managed to profit out of that as well. We heard Peter Berzing say that S&P 500 is going to drop below 5,000, which was one of the things that really helped us understand also where the market is going to go. And then Trump made, a huge announcement to China saying that he's going to put in 50% tariff if China doesn't pull out all of their funds from the market, and this kind of helped us as well. So I wouldn't say that just those active events helped us achieve that. If our AI was outdated and wouldn't perform well, it would have wouldn't be able to catch those, and shorten those trades. But yeah, we did manage to achieve a 200K account to 1 mil in 1 week.
Nice, nice. So another success story, 200K to 1 mil in 1 week. I mean, that's phenomenal, man. If you guys like what you're hearing so far, I would just want to make sure everybody stays awake with us. If you like what you're hearing so far, can you guys drop a 7 in the chat for me? Just drop a 7 in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody's paying attention, everybody is awake and really enjoying the information that you're hearing right now. All right. He's actually given us some details on some of the behind the scenes things about the platform here, and I really like that. All right, so we got some sevens coming in, so that's phenomenal. Thank you so much for that, Sonia. I really appreciate that. If anybody else, like I said, if you're getting anything from this, then chime in with us as well. Now, I want to shift gears a little bit because one of the things that we like to do is to make sure that the security and transparency is there as well. So let's talk a little bit about that, and then we'll jump into a little bit about the user experience. But what measures are in place to make sure that everything is secure for users when they participate with the platform? They want to make sure that their funds are secure and all of that type of stuff. What things have you already put in place for that?
Um, so we have almost a bank level encryption to our platform. We are using multi-signature wallets, and we have internal audits to make sure that everything stays up to date. And we, of course, have the second factor authentication, which we very much advise onto because it adds another level of protection for your account. So whatever happens, even if someone gets your password, they cannot get to your account without the code sent to your two-factor authenticator app. But yeah, those are the security measures we've added so far. If any issues appear in the future, we'll definitely consider improving those. But so far, we're really secure with those particular aspects that we've added, especially the bank level encryption.
Absolutely. Bank level encryption is good. Multi-signature wallets. I really like that. I'm glad you explained that. And of course, everybody, I encourage you, if you're on this platform, make sure you enable 2FA. Make sure that's enabled as soon as possible. That's another level of security for you to protect your accounts on here. And I'm glad that the platform is offering that. Now, I don't know if this is something I haven't asked this. Has the platform undergone any security audits by like a third party company or anything like that? Have you had any of that done, or do you have plans for that or anything?
Not so far. We're just 3 weeks old, I would say. But yeah, we are in contact and we will be performing that very, very soon. We're expecting just confirmation for the date when those internal audits will happen, and we'll publish the results.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I know that's always, a stress test for the platform just to make sure everything is up to par. So I appreciate that you going ahead and being in contact with the companies to get that done. Let's talk about user experience a little bit here. I've been in the platform. I tested everything. I've been in there. But I want to ask, like, as far as withdrawals, a lot of people wonder how long do your withdrawals take? Are they manual withdrawals, instant withdrawals? I know the answer, but if you could just elaborate for the people on the call today, that'll be wonderful.
Of course, yeah. We do daily payouts, of course, and the time frame is up to 24 hours. This is the generic time frame currently we're working on improving. As everyone could understand, it's quite new also for us, and we're slowly and steadily learning, especially from the feedback that we get from the community. The more feedback that we receive, the more we take back with us. We discuss between ourselves, and we try to find the best option for the company and for the user, of course. So yeah, daily payouts, 24 hours time frame for them to arrive. We constantly see people sharing those on our Telegram channel, showcasing that they've issued a request for a withdrawal, and then after a couple of hours they receive it. Of course, we are definitely working towards instant ones, but I guess that's something that we're going to get into the future.
Awesome, awesome. And I can testify to that too, as far as with my withdrawals, that I have received my withdrawals typically within a few hours, sometimes within a few hours, but always less than 24 hours. So it's always good to see that the withdrawals are processed pretty quickly there. I like that. Now, here's another thing. Well, not with withdrawals, but just with customer support in general. This is one of the things I believe makes or breaks platforms and programs as well. Is the customer support team available 24/7? And are they there to help people as far as when they have technical issues when funding their account, or if they, just different things that may arise? How is the support level right now?
So currently we're undergoing some changes. We're trying to add a little bit more personnel to the company. We're hiring people, and so far we do have 24 hours live support on our Telegram, 100%. In regards to everything else, if there is issue that our staff are not able to solve right away due to uh, their security measures, um, or hierarchy measures, they will 100% contact me straight away to let me know what's happening, and I'll try to sort it out as soon as I can. But yeah, we are definitely working on having one of us constantly available in regards to payouts issues. So if there's like any depositation issues, anything of that sort, we're trying to sort it out as soon as we can.
Awesome, awesome. That is good. I'm glad to hear that we have support there, that is going to respond to issues and things like that. Because we know with new platforms that there's going to be that, there's typically going to be some issues. But I always say it's not the issues that you have, is how you respond to the issues and how they get resolved. That really means the most. I actually like when the issue comes up and the company resolves it. It lets me know that the company is on top of their game. So that's good stuff right there as well. Now, let me ask you this one. This is going to be for the people who are really trying to maximize the platform. Are you able to, within the platform, to what we call compound your earnings, right? So if you earn profit for today, can you take that profit that you have in your balance and actually put it right back into the platform so it starts earning for you as well? Are you able to do that within the platform?
Yeah, yeah, you're able to withdraw your earning and then deposit it back, no problem. Now the deposit might take a little while to go through, but so far we haven't had any issues of that sort. So yeah, we are you are able to withdraw and then reinvest.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So that's good. That's good for people who want to do the compounding. If they have different strategies that they want to use, that'll be good that they'll be able to do that. Now we'll go into, and I won't hold you much longer, but we'll go into some vision roadmap, some future things. What exciting updates are in on the roadmap for 2025? Like I think I saw something about the mobile app, a token, global expansion, stuff like that. Can you elaborate on some of those things for me?
100%. I mean, we do have vision for VexoTrade for the future. We are working on our light paper currently to be able to share it out with the community. Um, I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to give away too much information. But yeah, we do have a lot of expansion to do, and due to the recent events that's been happening, the level of growth we have been achieving, and the performance of our AI, we're really looking forward to expanding. But we just want to give ourselves a little bit more time on continue to develop well the AI in a sense of making sure that it performs well, up to date, and we feed it a little bit more data in regards to the stop loss counter. So yeah, I would say that we definitely have a lot of ideas for the future. As you mentioned, a couple of them, especially the mobile app, because we do believe that the mobile app will be much better for user experience. I mean, most of our community utilizes their phone instead of a stationary computer or a laptop or something like this. They just get on a phone. They're on the go. They're at a coffee shop. They're somewhere else, and they see an opportunity and they go in. So we want to make it as easy as possible. Of course, our website is well resized for mobile, but I do believe that a mobile app will definitely be better user experience. So we are working on that, and I believe that that's the first thing that's going to pop up once we're ready, of course.
Awesome. I'm excited about that. I'll be excited to see that mobile app come to fruition. Like you said, most people like to use their phone when they're actually participating with platforms, things like that. And having a mobile app just makes it that much more seamless. Meanwhile, your website is very well optimized for mobile viewing and everything. So I like that also. Now, I do want to ask, like, where do you see VexoTrade in the next 2 to 3 years? I always like to see that forward outlook, right? I know we're focused on today, but it gives us a lot of comfort when you have a vision for the next 2 to 3 years? Where do you see VexoTrade in the next 2 to 3 years if everything goes as you plan?
Taking me to the future. Um, Honestly, I really want to take Vexo to. I'm gonna go like this. I know that a lot of people have been burned, and you're not alone into that. There are countless of certain type of projects out there. Um, but I do want to help VexoTrade be as transparent as possible and as trustworthy as possible, because at the end of the day, this is what we're trying to build here. This is a product that we took to the community, we took to the public, to the market, after a lot of time of development. And as I mentioned, this is almost a self-sustained project, but it wouldn't last long if we just continue to use our own funds. It would definitely expand to a much larger scale if we utilize a larger proportions, and of course that comes from the deposits that our investors make. And this is exactly why we try to bring as much as possible to the community. Just today, I've mentioned an update for all of our leaders and people who have their own audiences, people who are able to bring aboard a single investor with 5K. We will give you 10% cash on top of the affiliate commission. So yeah, this is the fact that we made that profit for this week, which was huge, which was insane. It's something that we're very proud of, but that just puts us into a position that we have to continue to upgrade our AI and be able to be on top of our platform in order for it to continue to produce the same results. So yeah, I hope that we will manage to bring VexoTrade to the eyes of the public out there, and not only to solely crypto investors, but also for the average Joe who's working a 9 to 5 job and he's looking for a break. Maybe he's trying to take his family for a vacation. Maybe he wants to buy a phone for his kid or something like this. I don't know. It's just if they're able to utilize our platform to start profiting out of it just by investing into it, I mean, that's a win-win situation, and we'll definitely want to deliver. So yeah, I just want to see VexoTrade continue to grow, continue to improve. I want our community to continue to grow as well with us, hoping for some live events, seeing some people in person, and yeah, making our AI one of the most polished products out there for passive income.
That's incredible, man. I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to be in at the very beginning, the first 3 weeks of something that can grow to that proportion. That is absolutely phenomenal. I'm glad to see your vision on that. Now, that's pretty much the end of my questions so far. I do want, I know a couple people have dropped some questions in the chat. We'll just field a couple questions if you don't mind, David, here. I see someone ask, this is off topic, but someone asked your age. They asked how old you are. So I don't know if you want to share that, but they did ask that. So I said I will put it out there.
I'm 33.
33 years old. Awesome. That is good stuff. Still young and vibrant, right?
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Now, someone did ask a question here. How many teams you have? Same like before, or has it grown? I think that's it. So I don't know if they're talking about, I don't know if they said same as before, or has it grown? I'm not sure. Or how many people you have on the platform. Maybe that's the question they have.
Um, we are growing. We do have some more people. We are currently in hiring process with a couple of other customer representatives, let's say. Hopefully we can get them aboard if everything goes well. Of course, we always have to run also like a little background check to see what they if they have the experience, if they have performed well, if they have anything, shady. But yeah, we are continuously to expand our team. We're trying to expand as much as possible, but also trying to stay into that particular level of people because we know each other for so long that we really, bonded and trying to bring someone new aboard, it really takes time because we really want to see if they will fit with our, ourselves, with our sense of humor, with our speed, with everything. So yeah, so far so good. We're expanding. I would say we're expanding.
Okay, awesome. That is good. That is good. We do have another question. What is your background like? I know you shed a little light on that earlier in the call, but what is your background like and school, your discipline story, stuff like that? Anything that you would like to share about your background that could be beneficial to the audience today?
Wow. I wouldn't go down that road, but yeah. So practically, I am a developer. I mostly work front end, but slowly and steadily trying to get to back end as well. Um, yeah, I worked in retail and I did start working with chatbots. And the moment I started creating chatbots, and chatbots is something that you can utilize just a simple flow chart and tell it that if the user asks you about this and then you put a random word that you want to be plausible for X amount of processes, and then the AI will have to give those processes, and then it follows along. If user says B, you provide A. If the user says C, you provide B, and X and Y and Z, and etc. But yeah, that was the first experience that I had. I was working in retail. They had a problem with the backlog. We didn't have enough hands to handle all the customers that were coming, and we had to create something that will basically provide an automation to the customers and giving them a simple process. And one of those processes was returns, and just practically one of the processes that the first process that I wrote for the chatbot was how to return an item. And yeah, from there on, it was really a snowball. I continued to work on developing my skills as a developer and working on creating different projects, learning new languages, and then yeah, slowly and steadily we got to here after I was introduced to crypto by one of my friends. But that's a long story that I really don't want to get into.
I got you. I got you. It sounds like an in-depth story for a later time. I know we don't have that much time.
100% I will get it out soon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So that's good stuff. I mean, from chat bots, to now the AI and the automation that you're doing with crypto, that's phenomenal. I actually worked with chat bots for a little while, and doing some things like that. And it is, and I, of course, my background is retail and banking as well. So just a lot of things that I was able to do in that space. So that's good to hear that you have similar background in the development on the development side, right? So let me go in. Somebody said you have a wealth of knowledge. So that is good stuff. Like that, like to hear that. Let's see what else. This is pretty small. Let me see. Will there be any more from your team attending the meeting or only you in upcoming meetings? So will you have any other team members attending any upcoming meetings? I have no problem with doing more Zooms and stuff as well, but any Zooms that you have, will you invite some of your other team members to come in onto the Zooms also?
I mean, if that helps people to see a little bit more from our team, I guess I can bring some people aboard, but
Okay.
so far they really haven't been any conversation about that. But yeah, maybe I'll say maybe.
Okay. All right. That's something to think about there in the future meetings. If we can coordinate some other people to come in. And I don't know, do you have like right now, do you have a chief marketing officer or a chief technology officer, that type of, have you filled those roles yet, or that's still something in the works?
Oh God, I I really haven't taken the need for those names. I mean, we're a couple of people who are working from our laptops around the world. I mean, I wouldn't call ourselves like a chief executive, whatever,
Okay.
you know. But yeah, we have a lot of people. Everyone is doing almost everything. Sometimes I do marketing as well. Sometimes I help in development. Whatever the back end needs, I try to assist. Whatever the front end needs, I try to assist as well. Yeah, we're all really don't have a certain role. We're just feeling whatever it's needed out there, and we're trying to do it. And there's so much, so much knowledge on the internet. I mean, you can learn anything if you want to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's good. We had some great questions in here. You've been open and transparent with answering the questions. I really appreciate that. I look forward to doing another one of these later, once we get further into the platform and get more history. But I want to ask, like, what is the final message that you want to leave with the audience is going to be watching this today? Any parting words that you want to share with them, or words of wisdom?
Oof, sure. I guess I will have to just give you something to think about. I guess I know that, as I mentioned, I know that a lot of people have been burned by you know certain projects out there, and we're not trying to promise you the world. We're not trying to deliver massive results constantly and give you the moon. We're not using magic. We're using just data, and we're trying to improve our product. And yeah, we're trying to provide you with a financial support in some way. It's just passive income for everyone who wants it, and we heard our public. Our public asked for us to drop the minimum deposit, and now the entry point is just $50. You can start on. You can test the platform. You can take out your payouts, and yeah, then slowly and steadily see how all of this moves, and probably invest a little bit more. But yeah, I hope everyone is happy with their investments and their payouts. I'm trying to get to everything as soon as I can, but you have to understand that there's a lot of work going in the background that I really am needed there. But yeah, we have some great support on Telegram that can definitely help you. And if you haven't checked us out, I 100% recommend that. Give us a check out. Go to our websites. Go to our Telegram channel. Check the history. Check what we've been managing to do. Check some of my old videos, and see for yourself what we do. We don't promise the moon, but we're promising um, continuous transparency for your well-being.
That is awesome. We love transparency. We love the fact that you're working towards making things even better. And I love the fact that you're listening to the community as well. And as you said, dropping down to the $50 entry point will make this accessible for a lot more people to try it out, even for the people who just want to test it out to see if it's working. So here's my call to action to everybody that's listening right now. If you haven't checked this out, I think it's a good idea for you to do your own due diligence, but look at this. Get with the person who invited you to watch this AMA and see what it's all about for yourself, right? And get the link from them. Look at the back office. Look at the things that are involved in this platform. Watch the videos, the 2 million to over 8 million in 28 days. Watch that video. Watch David's video on there. And then there's even instructions on how you get started. So go in and look at all of those things for yourself. Give yourself a chance to actually win with this platform and win in the crypto space. As David was saying, a lot of people have been burned. I've just burned. I just did a video talking about being burned in this cryptocurrency space. But here's what I know. I know what can happen when things go right and you have the right people in place and you have the right platform and the right opportunity. Things can go absolutely phenomenally well. So that's one thing that I see here. I saw somebody said you should do instant payment, but David already said that he's working towards that, right? So, but right now it's phenomenal the way that they are paying out. So that is good. Tanisha said, wonderful session. Thanks for sharing. I'm new and I will definitely be joining. So that's good news to hear here. We have a new member that's going to be coming on board. So this is absolutely wonderful, man. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, give everybody some time back in their day. Thank you so much again, David, for taking some time out of your day to join us. And we'll definitely be doing another one of these soon. I want to let everybody know I am going to be I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel, and I'll get that link over to David and the team so they can post in the other chats and everything. And I'll be posting it in my groups. So we'll make sure we get this spread. So if anybody else needs to watch this video, that they'll have access to be able to do that. So guys, look, I'm going to end with my little slogan that I have. You know what we're going to do, guys. We're going to invest wisely. We're going to invest well. We will only invest what we're willing to lose, but we're investing for the opportunity to win. So until the next video, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day, and I am out. Peace.